So as you noticed in our quick check-in, everyone that is a member of the DAOist said that they've worked all day, and it's not a mere coincidence. So we didn't prepare the usually relatively developed slides that we usually have because we are at the same time making a rather large-ish 2-day event that is actually not that large in terms of how many attendants, but it is actually very large in terms of what happens in it. And the fact that we can't have many attendants makes it a lot harder. And then the other thing we're doing at the same time is actually getting to the finals of building and purchasing all the furniture and setup and equipment of the MetaHub, which is definitely a very real thing that is going to happen on the 1st of April. And we will start what we call the settler age of the MetaHub, where several team members are going to move in for a considerable time and help build it up and figure out where each table is going to be and all these things are going to be, because there's only so much we can do with floor plans and Figma. And what's the third main topic of the call? We had coordination junkies as well to mention briefly. But Dawn, the DAO has finally received its first proposal by Lorelei from Giveth, Gitcoin, and many other initiatives. She has a lot of experience with crypto collaborative houses, and she was both curious and enticed by what is similar to her experience with the MetaHub and what is different to her experience with the MetaHub. And she applied for Elder Token with a pledge to be one of the stewards of the space, very physically. And the vote is up on Snapshot now, and it seems to be very positive. There's 1,200 governance points, I think almost more than 50%. So that's available, which means if you voted token, haven't voted, go vote. And so far we can consider it a passing proposal, although she put it like a gigantic time spent for the proposal, 2 weeks. It looks like nobody wants to shoot it down. So what's the best way for us to hold this call, in my opinion, is actually to answer questions from internally from each other. And this includes the team, because there's new people on the team that might have questions. There's people from outside that want to collaborate, might have questions. Also, because we're inside the project, we don't have like a perfect perception of all the information that we adequately communicate out. We're like doing all these things, we're building this up, and we know everything that's happening. And sometimes it's relatively hard to map what's actually perfectly explained to the outside. That's actually Steph's mission, to make sure that we tell the stories. So I would love that this call, for me personally, was more of a conversation, highly interactive, answering questions, almost the sense that we can go towards brainstorming about stuff. Also because we are having less community people than usual. Usually we have 30, 40 people. So this time it's like 10 or something, 15, I don't know. So we can actually get our hands dirty and also know what are your burning questions? What haven't we answered correctly? Does that sound good for everyone? Inga, do you want to start with GGG kind of things?
Yeah. Okay. So last community call, we presented the outline of the event. It slightly changed, but I could say just slightly, and there are some new things that are going to happen. But first, for those who don't know about the event, I will introduce it quickly. This is a 2 days event. The first day is really tiny for the community, because we gonna have only 250 tickets for the first day for the people who work in DAOs, and as the people from the DAO sphere, they say, who bleed bleeding for DAOs. Yeah. So this is the first day, and the second day is the more like an open conference day. Yeah. So for the first day, we also kind of like we have two parts. The first part, the morning part, is more about collaboration. I don't know, like let's say cooperation between people. So there will be talks and all of the stuff. And the second part of the day will be more like a party, but let's call it a party, but actually it's not a party. It's more about connecting with people within using different like ways, not just work. Yeah, you can start running your imagination. I will not show you the screen. Yeah, so this is regarding the GG. Also, if you're following our Twitter, then recently we posted an article on Miro, and you can find all this information there, like everything what I just told you guys. Everything is there. Yeah, and if you are new, or if you didn't do much of research, or you just didn't read that article, you can ask some questions now, and I'll be super happy to answer those questions. And I also know that we had one pitch from the person who wants to participate in the event. Oh, by the way, Travis, are you coming to Amsterdam?
No, unfortunately, I can't make it. I'm really sad.
Okay.
Sorry.
Because we prepared a personalized invite for you.
A personalized invite?
Yeah.
Can I still get the personalized invite even if I don't come?
Yes.
I don't even know about it.
I mean, this is our me business.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Yeah. So, guys, do you have any questions?
What's the personalized invite?
Sorry, you don't have it. You need to be an elder of the DAOist.
Ah, okay. I got it.
You need some more gray hairs in your beard.
So no, this is actually a great relief that you're going to be space Earthship bound, because we need we need all the tickets we can get. Like it's really it's a gruesome situation. One elder down. You can put it on that spreadsheet now.
Yeah, I spent my life.
So I guess it would be lovely if like Psychoreactor, Jeff, Noah Little, Suchi, just Lawrence, throw at us who are like working with this every day. What are your burning questions, so that we also might be able to save your time by directly answering them. And I'm pretty sure that from there it will unfold into more discussion.
Honestly, I'm just lurking today, very silently. Just consider me like a silent gecko on the wall. I'm very new to the DAO, so I'm trying to figure out where can I contribute, how can I contribute. So no questions for today, but thank you so much.
Well, I have one open bounty on my side that I want to offer the community, and we help, which is there's a lot of people actually wanting to work on Coordination Junkies product, but we simply, and I want to launch the first episode fast, but no one has time. Just simply no one has time. And there's a good opportunity, like we have a lot of material, there's a good opportunity to find what that product is together. There's a lot of vision already. And yeah, it's an opportunity. If nobody does it, I'm going to do it on sleepless nights. And then G's going to make it pretty and finished at the end, which is how we usually do things here. But yeah.
Hello, my name is Jeff. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, Jeff.
Hello.
Jeff,
I
good to
spoke
see you
with
here,
you
man.
yesterday.
Yes, we spoke yesterday.
Great. Yeah, I'm interested in what all you have going on here. I kind of come from more creative side, so when you mentioned something about, media or editing or something in that of that nature, I just kind of want to get involved wherever and however I can. But I really like what y'all have going on here. It seems really interesting. And yeah, Guy and I spoke for nearly an hour yesterday, and I think we jived pretty well. But thanks for having me.
Tell us more about that encounter. How did it come to?
Excuse me? Could you repeat that, please?
Tell us more. How did you guys meet? How did it happen?
Oh, so I simply posted something in Prime DAO that, gave a little bit of my history and background, and that I had been introduced to Prime by a few comrades, I should say. I'm interested in sort of this notion of kind of cryptocurrencies and these decentralized organizations in terms of like social and leftist politics and things like that. And so just by coming across a few podcasts and several people mentioning these organizations, these sort of three sister organizations, I kind of think of them now as Prime, Collectivo, and DAOist. And so my background, let's see. So I started as a designer, have been an art director, production, post-production, creative director, group creative director. I don't want to take up too much time, but that I sent a bunch of work.
You're welcome to take up time because it's a community call. Guy, can you just send me over? Because I was actually going to ask him for work samples.
Yes,
on
I
Telegram,
have.
so
I
if
have
you can
stuff.
just send it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've also, I've kind of steered a little bit away from the hands-on creative side and gotten, I started doing some full stack development, though I would definitely not be able to help to be super helpful in that way. But I am familiar with, sort of this agile methodology and development life cycle.
We do have space for people who are able to guide project management dev work. Mm-hmm. And also, I think the most pressing issue that I cannot do is actually to judge quality of dev work.
I see.
Something that we definitely need.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all about like audits and sort of bug hunting, bounties, things like that. I should have mentioned I was primarily interested in from those podcasts I was listening to and the discussion around different forms of governance and things like revealed preference, quantum voting. I just find it all really interesting, and somehow I want to be involved is all, So I've been working on some machine learning stuff lately. So that's kind of a side project. It kind of has to do with verifying media to identify deep fakes for journalists, NGOs, whomever. And so I kind of have worn a lot of hats, and so I feel like I could kind of plug in wherever there may be a need. Right now, he mentioned
super awesome.
Yeah, he mentioned that perhaps you can send me some laundry list, or just if there's something you don't have time with, I could probably help out.
You do sound like a multi-potentate that could use a forcing function to get concrete results, and that's what we do.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Did you do talk extensively about the coordination junkies and what we're trying to do with that?
You want to talk some more stuff about coordination junkies, so I don't have to hear my voice so much?
Yeah, I was wondering if Jeff, you and Guy had talked about it at all. But if not, I mean, I'll actually. I'm trying to find the teaser now so I can put it in there.
Yeah, a little bit, but we didn't necessarily speak specifics.
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah, no, I was kind of like introducing Jeff to the overall concept, but also on all of the other projects and seeing how we can like see a fit. But we can go into coordination junkies. I think that would be worthwhile.
Yeah, that term is new to me still. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, no. So, I mean, especially since you're, very interested in the media aspect, and we're doing a lot with that. I just put in the general chat as well. That's basically just a teaser of, how we're thinking it could look like. But it's pretty much a podcast / kind of docu-series about just a lot of the people in the DAO space and what they're doing, and just a conversation and a group of conversations about how we're doing that.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Just trying to bring out a lot of insights, a lot of like talks about best practices, things like that. But we're looking forward to pushing out more. So we have a few episodes recorded already, but we still have to put them all together, do a lot of edits and things like that. So.
Cool, yeah. Yeah, as long as I don't have to shill any bullshit, that sounds good to me.
There's
a no bullshit policy.
Exactly. So basically, for whoever's watching is like, what the fuck, coordination junkies? We basically, when we have these chances of be physically together because of international events, we pursue people that we like or are friends, or we have conversations to advance together, and we record a informal just chat, which generates, let's say, an hour or two of material per conversation. And this material needs to be looked through with a very careful eye to keep it dynamic, to find the relevant parts of the conversation. And there's still an opportunity to define the style. And my particular preference is that it would be as snappy as possible, that key points would manifest themselves graphically, that could have overlays, it could have all the mentioned resources could be shown, so that these become powerful instructional, educational resources for the people that gave their time to do this. But this level of quality of both scouring the material to find like the logging component, scouring the material to find the most relevant points, and then creating the insertions, etc. It's just, we don't have the time. And the problem is, very soon, in 3 weeks or so, or less, I don't know, we're going to have another one of these international events where we're probably going to record
even more.
5 more.
Yeah.
So I would love if this happened before, if we could like at least finish one before, because I know by my experience that once we do the first one, all the heuristics and routes and assets, they're going to be, it's going to get faster, right, basically.
Sure. Yeah, so Guy did mention actually from ETH Denver that you guys had collected some media and perhaps need some help cutting some of that together or whatever. I am a little bit hardware restricted right now. I just I was burglarized, and
that
so like
story.
It's kind of a heartbreaker, but I just have my little laptop right now, and that it's not the greatest rendering machine, but I'm pretty proficient in, say, like After Effects or Premiere.
Yeah, the final renders are most likely going to come out from Guy. It's a gifted person when it comes time to just like the very, very delicate details that things need. His mind just like really flows into it to a point that is obsessive, and sometimes we need to hit him with a stick.
Yeah. So I think the way we could collaborate, Jeff, is we send you some of the raw material, and then you do some initial edits, like highlights and
it's literally logging.
Logging, yes.
Industry-wise, it's called logging.
And maybe,
create the log of the relevant shots.
I can show you an example of how I did with like the first episode. Like I actually like identified some areas, and then I tagged them with like some the topic of that area of that conversation, and then basically we can use that in combination, and then go from there, and then like see how. Yeah.
I still haven't had time to look at it, Guy.
Yeah.
Look at the internal file.
Mm-hmm.
But I was wondering, like, if there was a hidden reason why the first version of the cut was, but at least for me, particularly dissatisfying, given that I was at the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it might be because a lot of the footage might be unusable, which would be sad as fuck. Or because you just didn't have the time to really like look at it, or maybe it's lacking collateral baggage on DAOist, but I don't think it's the case because that talk's pretty light.
I was looking for a way to like just try to condense the 1 hour of conversation into as packed as possible for people to not have to invest that much time and get the most out of it. Basically, that's why. But you can go into the file and have a look.
Yeah, I really want to have time, but I'm actually, if I had to choose between that and writing the script of the DAOist explainer video,
mm-hmm.
I want to do the script. And then, because that should ideally be at least a rough cut stage by the GGG. And this is something that I wanted to do today, and I know that I won't, because I spent the day solving a puzzle of flights and Airbnbs that was a mind-boggling experience. Like I felt like trying to put up my tank convoy together. It was really complicated.
Come on, Felipe.
Sorry.
It wasn't that complicated.
It's the first thing that came up.
Seriously. I mean, yeah, it was very hard.
I apologize for that.
Oh man, travel agents. That has to be a thing again, I think.
But anyway,
Jeff, sorry to hear about.
I'll hit you up, Jeff, with some more information about Coordination Junkies and then how we can collaborate.
I'm very bullish for when we're actually physically together in the Beta Hub.
Same, yeah.
Because I mean, it's not a team that will be building for it. There will be hired people to do that faster, and we can get to work together in person, which me and Gil have done for 12, 14 years or something.
Yeah.
And it's just incredibly faster when we have that opportunity.
Yeah, the conversations are amazing. There's a lot of great stuff in it, a lot of great insight. So,
and I would say, Keith, it can be long form because then we're gonna cut the snippets.
Right.
Yeah.
What I wanted it to be like. I know it probably sounds underwhelming when I say this, but I would like it to be very YouTube-y and not like I literally like references like Mr. Roger, just like because we say funny stuff and there's awkward moments and it's we can leverage that to create something that is long form but funny
and engaging, yeah,
like
true,
exciting, yeah. So it's not just like a library of governance people speaking endlessly as well. Somewhere in between.
We'll get there.
Yeah, for sure. And there's like a lot of videos, there's a lot of like podcasts, for example, a lot of amazing podcasts that have, so much content already. We don't want to just do that exactly the same. We want to be a little different, a little more casual.
We also have also some more final numbers and details on Meta Hub capacity that might be interesting to share. Anybody wants to take that up? Maybe.
I mean, of course I can. I didn't expect that.
Do you want me to do it?
So.
Yeah, so the Meta Hub will have something between 12 to 18 beds. Numbers change, etc. There will be spaces that will fluctuate between sleeping quarters or not. And the space for about something like 35 people working simultaneously. One fully equipped art space that will have painting and ceramics and concrete work and things like this. One very big garden with a huge pool. So this space will be a place where people can apply to come in residency and do work from there. Ideally, mostly we will support processes that are already ongoing with the partner orgs, but we also want people from anywhere to apply their ideas, and we can connect them to these sponsoring orgs. And then you would come to the hub for a defined period of time to work hard but extremely comfortably on your problem, receiving support both in terms of crit sessions, facilitation, and documentation of the process. So it already comes in a bundle. And we don't have the complete sort of the rules of engagement and framework of how that's going to happen. And that's what the Sattler Age is going to be, while me, Gil, Inga, Gamma, or no, I don't know what the name you use, Gummy, it keeps changing. Steph are going to be. Steph, are you coming? When do you come?
Still trying to figure that out, but I am planning to come at least a few days before. So.
Yeah, so we're going to be living there and figuring this stuff out and sending proposals up to Dawn. So if you do hold a token and you do have an opinion, this would be our moments to create together the statutes of the space and the organization. And as we do it, why is Craig talking to me? Oh, Craig has failed to join. How bad is this game?
Okay. Yeah, Craig I just saw it as well. Unexpectedly disconnected. I'm gonna try and connect him again.
He was bored, and that's why he
I
left.
was bored. Okay, let's try this
We
again.
appreciate your positivity.
Sorry.
Now recording.
Okay, Craig is back.
Okay, so this sounds exciting to you. If you know someone who has a project that sounds interesting, please connect us in the network. There is a Discord channel here called the Lisbon Meta Hub or Lisbon Embassy, and information can be put there, right? So I think a lot of cool things are going to happen. Not even if I have to find these people by hand and bring them over, but so our team is like 7 people. I think 5 of them are going to be at the house. So there's going to be a lot of house left, right? So if you feel called upon to be part of the Settler Age for any reason, please do talk to us, explain why. Don't expect that it will be like a crazy crypto bro party house. It won't. It's more like a temple of creativity. And the Settler Age is going to be a sweaty age, but also in historic, like unique little moment that we are going to remember when we're 45. Which is like next year for me. But,
oh boy. Actually, there's some friends I know started a DAO. They're all artists. It's focused on like art installations and events and things like that. I think it would make sense to connect them to the hub. I think that would be great for them, great for the hub, just kind of building that connection. I was trying to get them to do a ministry, but they're too small for that. But I'm definitely going to push them to look more into the hub. I think that'd be perfect.
And now, I think we covered Dawn, we covered the GGG, and we covered the Meta Hub. Sasha, come on. If you didn't bring flowers, at least bring your question.
I'm still shocked. Why didn't you bring flowers? I was 100% sure.
Can I talk to Akita? Put the headphones in here.
I can't actually remember. I think I clearly fucked up. There's no excuses, you know. I'll bring a bouquet of flowers to Amsterdam.
I mean, one is not enough already.
No.
Yeah, now you have to calculate the yields, the missed yield in 6 months.
Well, at least they have tulips in Amsterdam. So.
There you go.
But I'm super excited, man.
Recover that impermanent loss.
Have you
No, but you
found the
brought us Karina. Karina is in process to be onboarded to help out with DAOops for Dawn.
That's awesome, man. Nice. What else is happening? I joined the call late. Like, are you guys? You already covered Amsterdam, right? I missed that part.
Yeah, but we didn't tell like the mega alpha. Do you want to spoil some surprises? Make people FOMO really hard?
What exactly? Which one of these
Like
5
mini
mega
bacteria exhibition, psychedelic tea session.
I mean, these are like secrets. Yeah, but actually, it's very interesting to. I mean, obviously, it's very interesting to work on GGG because so many things are just happening. And for the first day, we're also. I mean, I hope we all selected this logo, or I was the one who pushed because Philippe and Guy there were brainstorming for the very first DAOist some mottos, and one of those was flow rather control from the Daoism, and I think that it will work perfectly for day one. Because what we really want to do is to just create collaboration spaces for the people. Because at the DAOist Lisbon, with these workshop tracks, like I really saw, like the miracle, I could say. Because, sometimes it was definitely like a coordination fail. It was very hot there, it was very loud. But people, they organized themselves. So they moved tables, they moved chairs, and it doesn't sound like, wow, a bunch of people moved chairs and tables. But actually, it means a lot because they're like in other events, people would just, start complaining. It's like, hey guys, it's too hot, or, it's just, it's about people who are proactive and they're like, like this A from DAO. Yeah, and the first day, I think it will be more about that. Yeah, so like what is already, I could say, decided, and what's gonna happen on first day, we're gonna have a DeSci and law room, and there we will have like 2 big brainstorm, or let's call like this like mastermind or workshop sessions that are like around 2 hours. So it will be 2 hours on law theme and 2 hours DeSci themed. And there are really cool people coming. And today, Josh from DeSci World, he replied on the volunteers chat that he also would like to come, and we just brainstormed with him to have a micro exhibition. So it will be like an exhibition of microbes, because they were dropping NFTs to support scientists somewhere in the bathroom, and you will need to find it with magnifying glass. So let's see how it goes. Yeah, and also some of the artists for the party are confirmed, and Gami, they're organizing Gami are organizing the party, and the lineup is really, really cool. Yeah, but I think that right before the event, we're gonna have a call where we will structure it, and we will tell everything what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Cool.
So these are some of the updates.
Yes, I will not review yet the whole lineup and the art program, but there's still so I have a bounty that I have also for everyone. Although like I'm really into curating, like finding artists that make sense, that like the the word dialogue with technology, with the like with the space somehow, but I still would like to include artists that are already free, which I couldn't find yet. Artists that are free, they are going to if Amsterdam or going to be or are based there. Even though I've been asking around some people in some communities, and what I saw that like many of, especially musicians, are at the moment like in Ethereum specifically are based in the United States mostly, and I would really like to have a call to action for artists that are based either nearby or either be there to also form at our really want to open space for the people that already have put energy into Web3 somehow. So if there's any artist Web3 that you know that's going to be there, that you love their work, hit me up. I'll try to find a way to speak them in. Get them performing, get words together.
But yeah, so I feel I'm not really from afraid of this feeling, but I feel like we're better prepared than average for this one, and it's going to be a very different event and probably cause a little bit of a stir. It's very annoying to do it at the same time as we're doing the Meta Hub. I wish, like every day that I was counting the travel, it's like every day that we're not in the hub for the first month, it just feels so dumb. But it's what it is, and we're gonna make it happen.
It's also good that we have the gathering in Amsterdam, because we can talk about the Meta Hub and we can bring some people to Lisbon as well from there. So I think it could be.
It's just because I
synergistic.
watched the rent money go out of the movie.
Yeah.
So I know each unused day at the hub costs, like how much it costs.
Yeah, I
It's
get
very
it.
sad.
It's for a good cause though. It's gonna work out.
Do you have anything online on the hub, like rates, stuff like that, or is it too early for that?
It's too early for that, and the Meta Hub will also be free for people who hold Dawn NFTs. There will be a strongly advised donation program, I guess, but it won't be it's not a business, and it doesn't have a business model. It is a coordination machine that is a public good to create cultural public goods for the DAOverse and the DAOist community. DAOist, not the DAO, only us, but any DAOs. And it is focused on sincere, in-depth blockchain or cypherpunk education, which means that we are trying also to fix some misunderstandings or rudimentary understandings around blockchain that are being caused by excessive funding coming from challenger L1s. So there is at least don't forget, I wouldn't say maxi, but don't forget Ethereum and Bitcoin educational mission to help new people get formed in a way where they're not easy prey for skewed incentives, which I think is a major problem we have in the ecosystem right now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Got it. Oh, yeah. So when would it be possible to move in, or a residency, or whatever you call it? Because it's in construction, right? Still.
Well, yeah, 1st of April for the Settler Age,
Cool.
and something like 1st of May for not the Settler Age, but probably still be kind of undefined because of Dev Connect, which will be a big dent in our mind capacity.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hey, can I ask a question real quick? And sorry if this is already covered either today or elsewhere, but is there any kind of regenerative mechanism for the physical hub itself? I mean, even something like setting up DApp nodes, a DApp node that the community could pool their funds in order to stake, in order to use the physical infrastructure to further decentralize Gnosis chain or ETH. You know,
There's
like
one
we could,
DApp node.
There will be
One
DApp
has
nodes.
been
already been discussed.
Yeah.
No, we just got gifted by by Luke on DApp node.
Right. So, I mean, if we could scale this in such a way and also use the Web3 crypto DeFi magic just to generate enough income to make the physical location sustainable, then we wouldn't have to think so much in terms of the daily operating cost, as you say, as you witness the funds coming out of the multisig. Is there anyone like dedicated to thinking about that stuff?
Sounds like a great thing for Adder to do, especially ones with long hairs and beards and round glasses who have experience. Sounds like a great way to get
the right person for thinking about money.
Sounds like a great way to get a free trip to Europe, I guess. It sounds genius.
I have some ideas, mostly based on the DAO House Alchemist treasury management, where there's a similar kind of liquidity pool and staking pool that the people over there are trying to build into the compensation scheme. So maybe we can, lovingly steal some of those ideas and figure out how to adapt them to these purposes.
That would be amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely
sounds like an entire project that needs to exist and deserves a residency of its own. Sincerely.
Sounds like wisdom from an elder.
No, but that's exactly the type of thing. That's exactly the type of thing. Like, this would be something that would be hard to do and long form and would take probably months of async collaboration or weird calls. If we just get the right 3 people together, we can set this up in 4 days in a place like that.
Yeah.
That's why it's there.
Yeah, I just set up the infrastructure, like just for an example of like how fucking solar punk we could get on it. I just set up a pretty large scale crypto mining rig at my parents' home in a kind of grow tent so that it's temperature controlled. Obviously, this is a proof of work mechanism on the proof of work network, not staking, but it's basically set up in such a way to completely eradicate their utility costs and pay for a solar panel installation to get them carbon neutral and like off grid. I mean, it seems like there's an incredible, with the physical infrastructure of the hub, it seems like there's an incredible opportunity to leverage some of these regenerative economic skills and tools to apply them into the hub as a public good in itself, But obviously, that's a huge can of worms.
There might be something in combination with a yeeter here, because I've been in talks with the owner of the house. She's actually like felt the positive energy of the project, and like I went a little beyond just saying just the basics. Like, she knows that there's going to be people coming in and out and stuff. And she kind of really likes us. She painted the inside of the house white, which is something I didn't demand, but she felt that I really wanted, and she did it because she wanted to, and kind of things like this. She's like a 70-year-old Portuguese lady who's like kicking ass. She's super alive and full of energy. And so she floated that she would actually be willing to part ways with the house, right? But that nobody has never given her a concrete proposal, and the place is fucking perfect. Like, it's really hard to fault that place. So if we can do a $4 million yeeter, €4 million yeeter, the house can be ours forever, and then we can have the staking pools as a way to do that, and we can pay back the people who stake. There's got to be a mechanism in there that can be found.
There's got to be $4 million. I don't know where that estimate comes from, but I'm sure that there's
from the owner. 4 million euros is the price that she wants, but we can drive it down.
Purchase the property.
Yeah.
Right. So like maybe as a long term.
This will go.
There's a lot that we could do with much less in the meantime.
Yeah. Hey, Travis. I just want to raise my hand. I actually have quite a bit of hands-on experience doing solar stuff and inverters, and I had a 72-acre ranch and vineyard, which was all water and fully self-contained. So anyway, yeah, I like doing some like electrical engineering kind of stuff too. It just sounded cool. Whatever you had going on in your parents' place.
This is my vision of how a residency is born. Two people that are far away from each other go like, oh, we want to talk, and then it's just buy the ticket at the same time. You know?
Yeah.
We're gonna get to the point where Gil is going to help us build. We did this before at the old house that we had in Brazil. Like, this is not our first rodeo with collaborative, emergent, chaotic spaces. But there will be a scheduling mechanics so people can actually know if there is space or not, and we don't have to have so much tyranny or structurelessness.
Yeah.
Right now, out in the open, it is full tyranny or structurelessness where the core team just asks us what's going on. As long as there's space, we're going to book it, fine. But soon enough, there's going to be like mediation systems. And the sooner we get full, the sooner we will have a reason to find these mediation systems. So I would say, if you've got an idea, man, just come over. Or annoy us to say, come over.
It seems like what you're describing now is maybe more about transparency and governance, which is not exactly what was coming to mind for me. It was
just more of like not having to have a personal relationship with somebody to know if there's space for you to develop your idea now.
Yeah.
Sorry, what is the
I had some
small size
meeting,
governance?
But I would just, I think I'm just trying to suggest that here at this core level, as the, I forget the term that you used, but the settlers, the first wave of people that are going to be coming in, and all of this infrastructure that's being bootstrapped at the moment, that thinking about integrations into the sustainability of the physical infrastructure just seems important. And I'd be more than happy to try to compile some of those notes into a couple of key bullet points to give something concrete for us to all chew on as a group.
Yeah. Okay. Let me actually get there 1st of April, and then I will annoy you, so we can set up a working group. Okay.
Sure. Sounds great. I can think about sustainability all day. Actually, I do.
Cool. Yeah. We are at the top of the hour, guys. Does anybody have final comments? What?
No, I was just gonna say, like, let's definitely continue that conversation. I think that'd be really useful, really helpful, and just generally awesome.
Yeah, and these are what the community calls are gonna look like more and more. It's just us hanging and making things. We should definitely activate all the other elders to try to come. I know they're all incredibly busy people, but I think after everybody spends some time there, people are going to want to come. I guess that's what I feel.
It was demo episode of Coordination Junkies.
Yeah.
Uncut edition.
Kinda, yeah. All right, folks.
Well, I hope Craig
you.
that caught the first half. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
And,
check it out. But I have the thing that is recording the screen is also recording my audio, and I'm in a very quiet place, so there's backup.
Amazing. Guys, thank you very much for coming. And everything is getting real way too fast. It's pretty scary. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we're doing this all the time because
good
this is
morning.
Real GM. Only one hand, only one hand.
Only one hand, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is GM and this is I'm not a crook.
All right, guys. I'll catch you
Bye.
later. Bye bye. I mean, bye.